Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author and TradingView with over 190k reputation points. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. In this video, I will be speaking about AUDUSD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing, which are essentially hedge funds, so the big players in the market and how they're moving their orders. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which is currently testing a quite strong monthly demand and support area. From here, in fact, all this previous move to the upside was created. Again, here, the market tested its zone and rejected it to the upside. And we can see how at the moment the market tested the exact same zone, has already started rejecting it to the upside. And from here, we could expect more bullish continuation to be created away from this level. So from a monthly perspective, everything seems very bullish. Now, if we drop down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Well, from a weekly standpoint, we can notice how increasing this move to the upside, the market has just created a series of new higher highs and higher lows. So essentially, we shifted here from having a weekly bearish market and bearish trend to a weekly bullish market and bullish trend. In fact, we went from creating here lower lows and lower highs to now creating higher highs and higher lows. So in a situation like this, we could expect more bullish continuation to be created away from this level and for this market to continue pushing higher. So also from a weekly standpoint, everything seems quite bullish. Dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, what we can see here is that increasing this move to the upside, the market has created a quite important daily structure level. In fact, while the market here was pushing to the upside quite aggressively, it got stopped here by the resistance that it found at this level, and it created this red candle. And after that, the market broke above the zone and is currently retesting it. Now, what we know is that previous resistance in the market, once it gets broken to the upside, becomes support. So what we actually have here is a level of previous daily resistance from which this move to the downside was created, which the market broke to the upside and is currently retesting as support. We can also notice that from a pattern standpoint, we have a very clear impulse followed by this correction. And what we know is that when you have an impulse and you want to measure the correction, what you have to do is take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse candle. And if we do that, we can see how inside of this level, we have both the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement, which is essentially the golden ratio, and also the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement, both lining up exactly in this same area of price. Now, this creates confluence of support inside of this area that at this point we could expect this market to potentially reject to the upside. So also here on the daily time frame, everything seems quite bullish. And we could expect a rejection to the upside away from this confluence of support area. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, so essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing, and we check the data exactly for the AUD, the first thing we have to keep in mind is that if we are checking the data for the AUD, we are actually already checking the data for AUDUSD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. So if we are checking the data for the AUD, we are actually already checking AUD USD. And what we can see here is that with the last reports, we went from having a negative net positioning of minus 96.9k net positions all the way up to having minus 51.3k net positions. So we had a clear shift from a quite negative net positioning to almost a bullish net positioning. So clearly institutions have been moving to the bullish side for AUDUSD, meaning that they expect more bullish continuation. So essentially, to put it clearly, institutions have been longing AUDUSD. Now, keeping that in mind and remembering that this area here, as we have previously identified, is a confluence of support area, since institutions are already longing AUDUSD, this increases the probabilities that inside of this confluence of support area, we could see more institutional longing, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential rejection to the upside away from this level. So what I could expect in a situation like this? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. So the monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes from a directional perspective. So what I could expect here is that if the market from an intraday perspective will shift from an intraday bearish market to a bullish market, at that point, we could have this potential move to the upside for the market to complete this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked both in description and in my bio. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to the most complete, all-inclusive mentorship program. And you will see me here that in this video, I break down exactly everything that you gain access to in this amazing mentorship program. And if you continue to scroll down the website, past the testimonials, you will see that you will have the possibility to join and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the sign-up process. So I really suggest that you go and check it out at least as soon as possible. The link is both in description and in my bio at transparentfxtrading.com, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Also, let me know in the comments below any pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos, and I will see you in my next breakdown.